Mm.
So when it comes to the zodiac, do y'all feel like the zodiac that we're given is the correct zodiac? Because I looked into like the Hindu zodiac, and it seems like I fit more of those characteristics than I did this zodiac. It's like I'm a Libra, and there's nothing balanced about me.
Yeah, I don't know. I know I got Pisces, and sometimes I read them horoscopes and what they got to say about the sign. Sometimes I do feel like it applies to me, but then I've heard of like having like a zodiac moon and a Lilith rising and all these other I guess aspects of your zodiac sign. And you go to a Chinese restaurant, they go by the year. So I think mine's just rat in Chinese and fish with Pisces. So I don't know. I still need to get educated on that zodiac for real.
Yeah, because I don't know which one. That's why I really haven't dug into it because it's so many out there, and I just don't know which one.
Yeah, yeah. I'm finna say, like the one we dealing with is like a tropical zodiac. You know, like of course it's best to go with the 13 months. But what I'm finna say, like, do you know your moon sign?
Uh-huh. I got all mine.
Yeah,
I
that's
got
what's
it.
more important. Like your moon sign is like your emotional side. You feel me?
Mm.
So that's why you got the word moon or MON means moon. You know what I'm saying? So that pretty much that's the word in emotion. You feel me? When we say in emotion, we really talking about how to make how we feel, almost based on the moon.
Or like your mood. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, most definitely. Hey, and I seen the brother was saying about how Walter Williams been destroying him. I thought he was talking about Clyde Winters, but regardless, I'm gonna play this video right here from the guy PNF or from the Aboriginals Indians Exposed. Y'all go subscribe and see how these old scholars be like really like contradicting stuff they done said before. And my boy helping expose them. Young
They don't let the Moabs in the dough. 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 Islam is Allah, spirit. They don't let the Moabs in the dough.
Do you see it? Do you see? Okay, it says somebody from PNF Media Research Conscious News. Islam, I'm Moorish American, and our teachings prove we are America. We are from America, not Africa. How do you translate that? I translate that as a dumbass nigga. Oh! I'm sorry. I promise never to use that word. A dumb Negro. And the thing is this, he's a dumb Negro because he doesn't know where the Moors came from. Oh! I'm sorry.
How can this elder man disrespect someone who simply said that his roots are from America? Remind you, Clyde Winters is the same man that wrote a book titled, I quote, "We are not just Africans, the Black Native Americans," end quote. So what's with the disrespect?
They don't let the Moabs in the dough.
Hey, watch this. If y'all caught that, this same guy that said my boy them was stupid for saying that they not from Africa and they from America. He like the guy that was scolding him, the elder that was downplaying everything he had to say. He wrote this book in the past. This is his book. We are not just Africans, the Black Native Americans. Now tell me they didn't show how he contradicted his own damn self. You know what I'm saying? Niggas want to be so spiteful and make somebody else look dumb so bad that they make themselves look dumb. This is the book by Clyde Winters. Now tell me that ain't, you know what I'm saying? That's an oxymoron. That's very oxymoronic. Put it like that. What's going on? Y'all still in the building with me?
Oh yeah, I didn't know it was muted.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
with
my
you.
bad. That's my bad. I did that because I wanted them to hear it. My bad.
I'm not sorry. So yeah, I get a lot of heat on TikTok, because I say I'm not African. I even have a profile name that says I'm not African. And like you were in that live, she's like, well, if you're not African, then I mean, I'm not African, and I know it because of my genotype, and I don't have to take your stupid test and give you my DNA. I mean, just O blood alone says I'm not from Africa because y'all don't have any haplogroups like that. It's all A and B, and like I remember one time I was in a live and it was 1,100 people going at it with me on TikTok because I said I'm not African. I mean, don't push your beliefs on me. You're worse than a Christian. Just let me be.
Yeah, I don't know why they just don't just hear what you got to say, and maybe they can learn from it and teach something opposed to just arguing about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, and then they told me I'm not black if I'm not from Africa. And he's right, I'm not black, I'm copper color.
Yeah, I mean, like, learn something.
And technically black is white, pale, bleached.
I don't know, people be so quick to argue, but like you brave enough to argue, but you scared to learn.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
y'all think about Dane Calloway? I know he be really going
Yeah.
against the from Africa narrative. What y'all think about Dane?
I've only seen one video of his, but I feel like if he's out here able to talk, he's an agent.
No
and, being,
shit.
and being that big, I just feel like he's an agent.
No, speaking of, you know, I saw somewhere Aboriginals meant not native, but for lack of
Hmm.
better terms, Aboriginal. I guess Tariq and them got the reparations going, but do y'all think Tariq is an agent or he straight up?
I don't know who that is.
That's one of these FBA ADOS, American Descendant of
Oh,
Slave.
oh, I still don't know who he is. I used to rep B1, um, but then I don't know. I still rep B1 in a sense, but just like B1 over here.
It says you're gonna have to read that screen right there.
Blood group O was found to be most frequent, 49% in indigenous African donors and ANC attendance. Yeah, but that's O negative though.
Mm.
That's where most of that O comes from. They don't like when it comes to O blood, they for some reason they don't want to separate the two. They don't say negative or positive. They want to group it together. But I did my research on Africa and then how many people are actually O and O negative. I mean O positive and O negative. And most of that's O negative and most of that is like Ethiopia and the Moors. But they also have weird groups over there. They have blood groups called the Kid and Duffy or Daffy. Um, they got weird
Yeah,
blood groups
yeah, they
over
got
there.
Duffy. I know what you're talking about, Duffy. They even got the U, the letter U blood type, which is like probably the rarest blood in the world.
And
But
they have the Bombay, which is in
that's
India.
I think that means you're extravagant. You know what I mean?
Which one?
I mean, you got to be extravagant to have that much of a variety. You know what I mean? Like them some mothers and fathers. I don't
Who?
mean it's our mother and father to that degree, but they are some mothers and fathers. You know what I
Who?
mean?
Who?
Them Africans. I mean, for real, for them to have
And plus
that much of a variation.
any O that's over there, I automatically think they belong over here because it says that the O blood type is indigenous to the Americas. So I just think it's reverse slavery in a sense. If slavery did happen, it was them taking us over there.
Mm, that was
Because they
deep.
say that, because I think they say that I want to say they say A is Africa, B is Europe, and I think Africa and Asia is connected together. They say like so basically A is Africa and Asia, and then B is Europe, and then O is over here.
Hey, hey, before I look it up, I'm gonna say this that I don't think nowhere that's a melting pot has any old blood like that. It's gonna be a wild ass mixture of blood.
Of course, because they've spread us across the four corners.
Yep.
Let's look into it. Pull it up,
I'm gonna
D.
look it up.
But the good thing about O is if O started off over here, then O, wherever O is, it's going to be O because it takes two O parents to make an O baby. And see, and A, it could be an A parent over here, a O over here, and it still be an A, no matter what. Whatever is O goes against, they say O is the recessive. So A and O will be A, B and O will be B. A, B, and O would be A, B. So no matter what, O is going to always be O because you need O to make O.
Even like the numbers start with O. You know what I mean? It's kind of telling you. Even the numbers start with O. All right, what we got right here? O positive, 38%.
And there has to be more O negative than that because I know a lot of Caucasians that have O negative. All the native tribes have O.
Caucasian ain't got no O negative.
They do have
Hey,
O negative.
me and the sis know we disagree on that negative and positive. Because I'm always say that the positive means RH. And she, sees it differently. And I'm O negative.
Well,
And
oh,
I have no RH. Zero.
I kind of agree with you a little bit with the O, that there's no negative and positive because I did read something that said, is that my phone or is that his phone? I did read somewhere where it says O is nulled. And then, well, I don't know though, because when it comes to the pregnancy though, if you are O negative mom, you have to get that shot. Not that first baby, but that second baby. If it's an O negative mom with like a O positive baby, they got to get that shot.
No, see what it is. Anything with that RH, yeah, mixing in with that negative, you're gonna need that shot.
Because RH is a protein. Most people think it's a monkey, but it's not.
I do think that, but I'm not gonna
Look it
force it.
up. No, look it up.
Yeah, I know what science gonna probably tell me nowadays.
The white
But
people,
but,
white
but
people. This is what. No,
the
this is
initial
what.
meaning of RH was that it was
No, it was from. I think the initial, yeah, the initial it was, but then 20 years later they found out that it wasn't, and they already had it sitting out there. So to keep that racist narrative, to make them think that black people come from monkeys, they went ahead and kept it, and it fit right along with their Darwin evolution, yeah. But I'm thinking when I see the rhesus, there's a Greek story called the Rhesus of Thrace. And I'm thinking maybe that positive might mean that maybe we're related to that group of people. And if you look it up, it's Rhesus and then it's Thrace.
yeah, Thrace. I was gonna
Mm-hmm.
say the brother Ben Israel said he got AB, and I know my lady also has that, and that's the rarest blood
And it's the worst blood to have because that's the most unhealthiest blood.
No, it's
Because
the worst because you won't be able to get no blood transfusion, but you
no,
have
no,
to carry this blood.
no, they can receive blood from anyone. They just can't give. They
No,
can receive blood.
only O.
No, they can get blood from. They can get blood from
Only
A. They can get
A
blood from
or
B.
B. Okay. Okay.
Oh,
That
yeah,
makes sense.
they're the universal receiver. The reason why they're
Well,
the
really, I think they're the universal giver. I don't think they can receive both.
no,
We don't right now.
no, we're the universal donor. O's the
Yeah, I know
universal
that.
donor.
No, I'm saying as far as A and B goes, like the A B can give to A and B, but I don't think they can receive it from them. Let me see.
No, they can. No, AB can only get. AB can only give to AB, but they can receive from A, B, and O because it took an A parent and a B parent to make an AB baby. So they can get from the universal receiver. Now, when it comes to their health, their blood, they don't fight any antigen. And like O blood fights every antigen that comes to it because it has no antigen, so it automatically fights the anti-A antigen and the anti-B antigen. And then like A fights the anti-B antigen because it's not going to fight itself. And then B is going to fight the anti. Right, and B, where A is going to fight the anti-B and B is going to fight the anti-A, but A or AB don't fight anything, and they have the most unhealthiest heart. Like we have the healthiest heart because it's hard for our blood to clot, O's,
No.
but AB has the most unhealthiest heart.
Hey, but sis, you see that right there? AB can only get it from AB. They can only get blood type compatibility.
That's for AB positive.
It can only be given to AB.
Only be given to AB. Yeah, I said they're the universal. I said that's what I said. They're the universal receiver. They can get it from anyone,
No,
but they can only get.
No, they can only be given AB. That's
No,
why I
it
say.
says
That's why I say they're more of a giver.
It says AB can only be given to AB. So they're the universal.
No, that means they can only receive. AB can only receive AB blood.
It says AB donor can only give blood to AB. Oh, I guess they can. Well, that's the positive. No, that's right. No, that's right. This is because the presence of AB antigen blood. Oh, they changed that. Because it used to be they can get both.
Antigen, A, B, and RH antigen in donor's blood. Any transfusion of AB plus to any other blood groups.
Look on a different website.
Let me go down.
Yeah, look at a different website.
Okay, people with group AB, A or B blood can only donate to people with the same blood group type. Having a rare blood type makes it more difficult for a person to receive a blood transfusion. That's what I said. That's why they try to say is it's bad to have it because you can't receive blood.
Can you look up and say, can you type AB universal receiver?
Why is A blood universal recipient? Universal recipients may have AB blood. Universal recipients may have AB blood and can receive a blood transfusion from a person with any blood type. The immune system of a person with AB blood will accept blood from all possible donors. The immune system of a person with AB blood will accept blood from all possible donors, whether they have OAB or AB blood too. So how is it that AB, the rarest blood type, is also one that is a universal recipient? We have to tap into that. Let me see. Number one. Type O negative is a universal blood type. See, that's me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but then if you also go read about O negative, O positive, it says that we can give it to anybody too. Yours is, we can give to anybody but O negative. But O negative, it's better to get theirs. But theirs is little, like a little amount because it's not that many people. But O positive is the biggest, I guess, donator. And they use theirs for trauma blood.
No, see, even when they saying universal receiver, they keep saying.
Yeah, see,
they saying that they can give their blood. Like anybody can receive the ABO.
No, ABO is the whole blood
Universal
thing.
donor. That's why they say receiver. Universal receiver is ABO. The universal donor is O negative.
I know, that's what I said. No,
So I'm
it's not
saying donor and
ABO.
receiver is complete opposites.
That's what I said. I said O was the universal donor. We can only get blood from O's, and AB can get blood from everyone.
Well, they
They
get it
can,
from ABO. They can receive ABO.
yeah,
Yeah.
And then when it comes to plasma, plasma is different because
Universal, since it has no antibodies, A, B, or H in its blood, it may receive red blood cells from a donor of any form of blood, which is why AB the universal, except the AB positive blood type is known as universal recipient because AB positive patients can receive ABO.
see, like my stepdad, unfortunately he got the jab, right, and a few months afterwards, now he has a pacemaker with a defibrillator because of his heart.
Blood clot, yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna ask y'all, what y'all think about the origins of Rh negative?
I mean, that's what we was talking about, and she I was just opposites, but there ain't no problem,
No, it's not no monkey. It's from a protein that positive has and negative doesn't have. Only time it really affects anything is during pregnancy. When it's the first baby, then it's okay. You don't have to get that shot. But if it's the second baby, they say you have to get it, or like reject the baby quickly.
And I told you, I know for sure that negative mean I don't have it. I don't have that protein. I don't
I
have
know,
it at all.
but go look up the protein though. Look up the it's RHD. You gotta look up RHD because that's what it is.
Mammals' orange protein family includes two
It's the RHD.
RHBG, RHCG, mainly expressed in liver, kidney, and two organ, based on ammonogenesis and secretion. So that's like saying a fish.
No, RHD is in dog. That's what the RH factor is RHD because it's going to either be RH big D or RH.
Show me
RH.
something else. Show me something else named Rhesus. Rhesus.
I just told you.
Nothing else is named Rhesus. Rhesus.
I just told you the Rhesus are thrace.
Let's look at the Rhesus species.
Yeah, I thought that was the guy's name. I thought that was some scientist or something name. I'm not sure though. Let's see.
I don't want anybody.
Because most Caucasians are negative.
Yeah, that's where I kind of wanted to kind of get some understanding on. They say like the Berber, y'all know the Berber and what's them folks up there? Damn. But the Berber and them, they got the highest concentration of Rh negative. And
Yeah.
they like, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was just saying, I thought it was interesting that they kind of still have like caves on the side of the mountains. Like they really still got cave dwellings. And when I was looking into it, they were saying that they can't place the origins of that Rh negative. So I was kind of wondering, what's the thoughts on that? You know what I mean?
I just think, like, I personally think, from what I read about the RH, that at first they tested it on like a rabbit. They gave, I think, injection or something, and it was from a monkey. And then 20 years later, they did something with a human and they noticed that it didn't even match it at all. But because they already had compared that antigen, they just went ahead and kept it because they didn't want to change it because that's what people knew it as. They didn't think it would be a big deal. Personally, I think they did it to be racist because they know most melanated people are positive. And I think they did it to be racist because you got the Native Americans, they're negative. You got the Caucasians, they're negative. And really the only people I know that are negative is the Moors and the Africans.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. So what would make it show up in the?
Last of the Mohicans. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
What
But
makes it?
species of traits. I kind of want to think. I kind of want to say, but here's the thing with the positive though. You can have one parent that's negative and one parent that's positive, and you still come out positive. It takes two negative parents to make a negative,
Mm,
and then two positive parents to make a positive. So you got like a 2 out of 3 chance of being positive, opposed to being negative. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. So what is it with this particular primate right here? Like what? I would think the Rh negative would show up in an array of primates. What make this rhesus macaque? I mean, you got the rhesus right there. What makes this monkey the one in particular? Why not the chimp?
I mean, I think the chimp does have like A or B blood type, and I think it's positive. If I'm not
So,
mistaken, it's the bonobo monkey, the chimpanzee, the orangutan, and the gorilla. That obviously that animal has no melanin, and that's why with the Darwin evolution, I said that could not be us because they said that a missing link that we have a missing link that links us and monkeys together, and I'm like, there's no way because it has no melanin. If you shave a chimp, it has no melanin. Go shave a polar bear, it has melanin.
mm, okay, they're giving you the monkey setup. Let's get that A and B. So is the is the Rh negative, that Rh, is that basically coming from this rhesus macaque? How you pronounce that?
It's not coming from the monkey. Here, but look up RHD
RHD.
and you'll see what I'm talking about. Because that's the antigen. It's the D antigen. Because I've been studying blood for like a month.
Yeah, this is interesting. I might have to look into this because
Yeah,
I've
because I said,
seen I seen what they were saying that it was supposed to be alien and not of Earth and um all kind of the royal family supposed to have it. The 13 family supposed to, like, I done seen all kind of crazy stuff on it. But I just wanted to get into the science of it. Like, what can we really nail it down and say about it?
yeah. So I at first I thought it was the positive was that until I noticed that Caucasians are negative, and that threw that out the window. And then that's when I actually went and studied it because I was like, there's no way that Caucasians are negative when we know that they're spliced.
Hey, it's this guy, right? His name is Brett Carr 2001 on YouTube. Uh, he did some extensive work on this, 3 and 4 hour videos. Uh, he was talking some heavy stuff, but maybe we can pull him up in a minute. But I did the little presentation on the troglodyte. That's kind of how I found out the Rh negative and the Berber people up there. It's another name they go by too. I don't know why it's escaping me.
Let me
But
see. Mhm.
say white people not 100% human. See, this is the rabbit hole I've been going down.
Yeah, they're not human. That's because they're spliced. Like you get it out the Sumerian tablets.
Yeah,
Why do you think that they say 99% of monkey or chimpanzees have a human DNA match? Why do you think they say 98% of pigs have a I mean 98, wait, pigs have a 98% human DNA match. You know what I'm saying? And then also the chimpanzee, the bonobo, has a 99% human DNA match.
so look, when I first heard this guy Brett Carr on YouTube, he was saying that the Egyptians, when they were getting into mummification, they were going down the path of preserving DNA, and that led them into cross. What's that word? Not crossbreeding.
Cross contamination.
Yeah, kind of like mixing human DNA with a back crossing, and you know those terms of breeding, putting the egg with the fertilization, and seeing what kind of how they did wolves and poodles. You know what I mean?
Hold on, I'm telling my friend that I guess he woke up. Hold on. To what's the name? That's C.
But that word troglodyte, you saw it said troglodyte Niger, and I mean we know the Naga deviation down to Niger and Negro and all that. So I'm wondering, when I got into the troglodyte, it was pretty much saying that it was a cave dweller, like bats and salamanders, where I think the only things that was troglodyte, and when I kind of further went into it, they was, I guess, getting into the great apes, and that's what led me to the Rh negative with the monkey. So I'm like, I'm still, trying to gather information on it.
I'm telling him where to look, and he's not going to what I say.
Oh, RHD.
Yeah, RHD, Big D on YouTube. And then you'll see the science of it. Because that's what made me think different once I saw that the Caucasian and all them was negative. I was like, something's up.
So
And
what
then I
you
went,
think?
mm-hmm.
Know what I'm saying? So what you think is up? If RH positive, if the RHD protein positive is what's up? How did we get this RH negative? White people. How did that
I don't know,
change the
because not only them, that you got the Asians, and then they say the Asians and the Caucasians have the most Neanderthal blood in them, or DNA in them.
Well, I mean that's really the next video I'm working on is the Neanderthal.
And
Um
then whatever, the D one, then this one.
yeah.
They're the same thing.
But they say that a lot of the Caucasoids still got Neanderthal DNA.
They do.
And I'm just trying to figure out, like, okay, we all know Madame Blavatsky came out with her little root races, and they kind of fell into, I guess, the Aryan race. And my mind kind of just connecting dots. The Dogon tribe said that the Nomo was supposed to be tall and, if I'm not mistaken, like fair colored beings. Um, so I'm kind of saying basically, like, did we create them, or what is their origin? And the Neanderthal kind of got me going down that rabbit hole. Like, if you not us, then where you come from? Like, what? I mean, I think Crumb did that presentation a couple times too, and I watched it a few times. So I mean, you got the Tamahu, the created race. That kind of what the Brett Carr thing was saying, that they was made. This guy also was saying that the great apes was kind of genetically modified too. But where do y'all think they come from? Like,
Are you talking about the Neanderthals and all them?
yes, the Neanderthal. I mean, did God make them? The primordial waters. Like, what is this? Where did they come from?
Maybe they were like created, but they were created different, and they were maybe banished to the caves or something. I don't know.
Hey, if you're asking me, right?
Yeah, I'm asking.
Yeah, I'm just saying, right? Put it like this. Number one, if we stay away from that sun, things could happen. So,
Nah.
oh yeah, number one, I guess I'm gonna have to pull up the Dravidian albinos. I'm gonna pull up the Dravidian
I mean, I know
albinos.
they look just like a white man, but that's not because they stayed out the sun.
But most definitely, most definitely.
That's because of genetic mutation.
No.
That's how we get albinos. We don't get albinos because they stay out the sun. We get albinos because of a genetic mutation.
No, we talking about the fact of them living in the Nordic regions.
There was Eskimos. I mean, the first
But
Scandinavians were black.
Eskimos ain't albino though.
I
So
know, but they
let's
become
put them
albino because
albinos,
of
right?
mutation.
Because what we calling Caucasians are Albions. Albion means albino. They come from albinos. There's no way around that, right?
Yes, and I agree.
So what I'm saying is, water is the only thing that doesn't shrink in the cold, right? So
I don't know.
if you're gonna force yourself to live in these cold regions, it's gonna make you a mammoth of a person. Like, you're gonna be larger. Like, even the polar bear is larger than the brown bear. The polar bear comes from the brown bear. You feel me? But the polar bear is much larger because it lives in the cold. Anything in the cold would be larger. If you notice any animal, I mean wolves or anything, a husky or anything, all of them are larger.
And it's probably because they eat more.
I don't know. What do they eat more?
I mean, like when
Are
as
you
it's,
trying to say the warm waters don't have enough food in them?
no, I'm just saying when it's cold, you tend to eat more. You gain weight when it's cold, but when it's hot
It's
outside, you
hibernate.
don't.
You hibernate when it's cold.
I'm talking about even us. We
I
tend
mean,
to gain weight in the
everything hibernate.
cold.
Like a bear won't even come out during the winter. He gonna eat all he can before it get cold, and he going to sleep.
But not a polar bear, right?
Of course not. But he
Yeah,
don't
so
have much to
he's
eat.
probably always eating.
No, he don't have much to eat.
He has fish in the water, and seals and walruses.
It ain't that sweet. I'm finna pull it. It sound good. I ain't gonna lie. That's why they so mean. Like, no human can ever greet a polar bear. A polar bear is gonna kill you.
Because they used to eating. I mean, come on. In the wintertime, we tend to gain weight because what we do, we sit in the house, we eat. It's too cold to do anything. All you want to do is just sit and eat. But when it's summertime, you're moving around. It's hot. You're sweating. I mean, you tend to be thinner in the summertime.
Well, none of these animals are thin, you know what I mean? But I know what you're saying. I feel you on the human term.
And I think naturally, like, you'd have to put on that extra layer of fat to keep your body warm in them cold temperatures.
See, watch this. He ain't even getting no food in all that cold weather. You see, when he eat his most food, he eat his most food in between late April and early July. That's when everything come on out a little bit. Like, hey, everybody hanging out. It's like the project. You like, hey, what's up with y'all, man? Y'all hang out. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but when it's cold like that, it's
But
it's
check
hard
more
to
than
survive.
I like to check more than one website because
Yeah,
I,
I see last time. You're right.
yeah,
But you know how the YouTube, you know how internet is. A person can
yeah,
make up some bullshit and find some some
some truth in
support.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
some support. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Big support system. At least
Which
at least a
that
little
sucks
crazy like
though. It should tell truth. Well, I guess truth is subjective. So
But if you notice, like with the cold, everything white. The snow, the polar bear, the ice. Like
he
what you
really
think?
black.
oh yeah. We finna get on these Dravidian albinos. I see how everybody gonna make me
And
do it.
I heard Biden was a Dravidian albino, and oh girl, she's a Dravidian.
Yeah. Let's open a discussion on these Dravidian albinos. I wanna learn this.
Yeah, they got blonde hair. They look just like a white man.
Hold on. Did you read that? Huh?
Yeah.
They starting to put the truth out there. What the hell going on out there?
Yeah, okay.
Go to the next. You got to go to more than one.
Hey, I know I'm the one because I said this first, so I'm happy right there. And I'm just saying, hey, now I'm just saying we can go, we can go to more, but I'm just saying, I'm definitely gonna tap in on this, and not just that link right there. I'm just saying this subject. That's why we
And then
just
I
have
want to
to
also tap in on that BC too. The
yeah 1200
BC,
BC.
the AD, the BCE, and the CE.
So watch
Because I
this.
be
Watch this. How long they just told you on accident how long the Caucasian has been living or been around. We
Mm-hmm.
always say 6,000 and all that, but it's not really that. Obviously, by their own math.
Mm-hmm. 12,000, 1,200. These first albinos melded with the Greeks and Latins to form the late Greek and Roman civilization. So how they come together? What lumped them? How did they become a group?
they're out. I guess I don't know.
These
Oh yeah,
European albinos.
basically they were banished. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
we
They
really
were
can't listen
banished.
to the white history because they're going to try to make themselves look more, try to make themselves look human when they're animal.
Hey, see, basically, this was I always tell people this was the first segregation. Segregation event, existed in ancient times, and we would like it could be your child, but guess what? If that child is albino, we're gonna send that baby to the caves.
Yeah,
I'm just
I heard
saying
that.
because they're gonna send it to the cold region so the baby can so that kid can survive. He's not gonna survive down here on the equator. You know what I mean? In that hot desert, you're not even gonna make the journey to the cave. We got to get you there now. Get him an
But
umbrella. Get an umbrella.
but then explain to me how white people have an albino.
What you mean
How
they
can
have
an
albino?
albino? I mean, like white. Every race has an albino.
No, no. The
Yes.
albino
Yes.
is the European, the white man. The white man don't they don't make albinos.
Every race. Yes, the white people do have an albino.
No,
Let's
it's an
type it
albino.
in.
It's already an albino. The
No,
albino is them. They not nah. You ain't never seen one of them. Two
I
of them
have. Somebody
albino.
brought that up before.
I'm finna hold on. Let's get into this. I'm finna show y'all. Definitely got to be some good images. All right.
It's gonna be that same family.
Now it's always gonna be these Dravidian albinos.
And it's like it's the same family.
Oh no, no, family. It's a whole cave. It's the caves for real. It's real life where they live in at. They live in these caves still.
No, that one family doesn't live in the cave.
I don't know about no one family. You trying to
Okay,
say
I'll
these
show you.
four
I'll show
spots?
you what family it is.
You talking about the
Damn
one
it,
with the spots on them?
right there. The one.
Right here?
No, the one above him. Yeah, I think it's them, and I think it's them, and it's a guy with blonde hair too, and they show you with the Dravidians, like the Indians, the dark Indians, and them next to each other, and they're all a family. Damn, go down. What's this black kid with all them? Now that's white right there.
You don't see nobody
Wow.
else who got an albino. All these albinos they're showing the Mongol albino, you know, the
There's an Asian
African
albino.
albino, Dravidian albino. Like none of these are like you might think he's white. No, he's a Dravidian albino. They're
No,
all
white.
Dravidians. They're all Dravidian albino. These are people from India.
Oh, so that's
No, white people have albino.
No,
Because
like somebody like this, you think that's a Dravidian albino.
no, it was a white person that was albino.
I'm just saying, you think people like, come on now. There is none. There is none.
Somebody was mentioning the Eve gene, and they was like, black people aren't the only ones that make albinos. No, there she go right there.
Ethiopian albino.
That bitch is not Ethiopian.
Trust it. Trust and believe. Ethiopian albino.
She is not Ethiopian.
Albino.
Nah.
So what's the gene or the pathogen or whatever that's making these people albino?
Yeah, it's recessiveness. It's recessive.
I heard it started with Yakub.
Right, you see what I'm saying?
I heard that you know how you get so scared. You know how they say that our DNA has memory, right? And when you get scared, that your hair turns white or you're white as a ghost. Basically, they said that it was fear in their DNA, and that's why that happened.
No, it's the woman. It's the woman. The woman. Guess what? The first thing they used to say about when an albino a child is born like that.
That right there is the Ethiopian albino right there.
Watch this. Let me just say this real quick. Like they would point. This is what other coaches have already spoken of. But they would point to, let's say, the picture of a white Jesus or a white, whatever, and they would be like, she looked at the white man and saw favor. You know what I mean? And that's what she created. She created that because that's what she saw favor in. You know what I mean? The woman in her creation process did that.
Okay, like some of these people you can tell are Dravidian albino, but some of these people don't look like the Dravidians.
They're Dravidians.
What about the Israel albino?
Albino. It ain't no European. It ain't no Caucasian albino, because they just told you that all of them come, all European Albions.
No, I think they're just trying to make themselves look human.
I mean, some of them are. That's the thing. But it's like a deck of cards.
Yes,
we don't know.
Some of them are. I agree.
Yeah, I'm saying it's like a whole deck of cards. Like a lot of them.
Oh my God, they're like creepy. I would have put them in the cave too.
Yeah, but I'm wondering, the Dravidians, I thought they had something to do with the Celtics. They got something to do with the Celtics?
The Celtics are the black people.
Right, and I kind of heard like, Ireland. I think Dee was talking about that, how Ireland.
Yes, my great grandfather is Black Scottish.
Right, so I wonder what's that recessive gene. You know what I mean? If the white people is us, just albinos.
And I think my grandpa was albino.
We need to understand the etymology of albino. You know what I mean? Like, what does that translate to?
Okay, let's see. I know there's two types of albino. You have one that has no melanin, and then you have one that has very little melanin. They all tend to have eye problems.
Yeah, that's a thing about albinism. But that's what they are.
vitiligo, then you got vitiligo where they start off black and then they end up white.
Exactly. Like that's showing recessiveness.
So what y'all think about that tying into quantum physics of like when you observe something, the proton act different than if you didn't observe it. So do I why you think they as far as the melanin give you color, the color tying to the light spectrum, you know what I mean, of what we see or whatever, what we can see or whatever. So how is that albinoism taken away from your melanin?
It says a mutation in one of these genes. That's what it's caused. What is the main cause of albino? It's a rare genetic condition caused by mutation of certain genes that affect the melanin your body produces. Melanin controls the pigmentation color of your skin. Albinism, albinism has extremely pale skin, eyes, and hair. It is being albino caused by inbreeding.
See, my man say Aryans came from the Dravidians.
Yeah. I met a girl today that I said, "Are you Dravidian?" And I put it in there. And then she's like, "No, I'm not a Dravidian. I'm the real Aryan."
Is she dark skinned?
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was. She wasn't dark, but she was dark.
Yeah, she was a sister. Okay, yeah, she's a real Aryan. But she don't. I mean, she's seeing the difference between that and Dravidian. I don't know why, but yeah.
Yeah, because I was kind of being funny because she came in there with a smart ass mouth talking to folks, and then I said, "What did I say?" I said, "No one believes in that Rockefeller educational system," and I was like, "Is that a Dravidian?" And then at the end, before she got off the live, she's like, "And to answer that girl that called me a Dravidian, no, I'm not a Dravidian. I'm an Aryan, the real Aryan, or whatever." And I was like, "Oh," I said, "I just asked a question."
But I thought Madame Blavatsky came up with the root races. Where did she get this information?
Hell no. She ain't never came up with nothing she ever spoke of. That's why what she said is valid. It's just that, a lot of them have to wash it down for their people to be able to digest. But, they got it from a real source. Like she got it from real gurus and yogis. She didn't make none of that up.
It says that being albino is inherited either from the mother or the father. I know the gene. Wait, it says inherit the gene from both their mother and father. So they have to get the gene from both of their parents.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's the mother that looked and saw favor on that Caucasian. That's what it was.
It says most of the time someone has.
They're not going to tell you the woman got no power. I'm telling you what it is.
Says that it comes from both of them.
I know women don't want no women to be wrong, but it's some women that think like that. It's just like people who like to bleach their skin.
Being a carrier does not make you albino. So that's kind of like sickle cell. You got to have two parents that help carry the sickle cell trait in order for you to get sickle cell.
So how much power does a woman have in this process? She don't have no power. She don't have no power basically.
From what I read, there's like 900 genes that you get from your mother, and it used to be around the same for the dad, but because the Y chromosome is deteriorating, you went from like 900 to 78 now.
Nah, see, and they'll tell y'all that it's degenerating and all that, but
it is.
No. Because watch this.
It's been seen in other species of animals, like I told you that Movo, their whole Y chromosome's gone. Exactly. And your X comes from your Y comes from the X. It's the incomplete X chromosome.
But you're not telling them their X is gone also.
Whose X is gone?
They have no X. So the only reason these animals are parthenogenic is because they have the Z or the Z chromosome.
No, not that Caucasian Movo.
They have the Z chromosome. So what I'm saying is like they'll tell us that we're degenerate X's, right? But watch this. We went from an X to a Y. They're saying we're going to degenerate. What would we degenerate to? We would do that to a Z. So they're
Or we go
saying that.
back to Parthenogenesis.
Now you see what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. But the key lies in the why. So the transition is going to be made. I don't even want to say it. It's just the
Oh,
truth is
it's
stranger than fiction.
you
Truth is
know,
stranger than fiction.
I mean, that makes no sense because without the X chromosome, there would be no Y.
No, you're not okay.
That's why the first trimester in your mama's belly, you are considered a female.
No, we're not.
Yes, you are.
I didn't debunk, dog. I told you. I think I
God,
told
just
you.
because you told me you didn't debunk nothing, you just told
No,
me.
I done done videos about this. I'm saying, like, I would play it right now, but it ain't. It ain't
And
that-
to play it,
what,
I'm going with what I said.
and what I'm saying is the whole point is for those 3 months or whatever until they determine the gender. The embryo is genderless. It has no gender.
So why do
No,
you have nipples? So why do you have nipples?
I mean that's always been a good question. That's like saying why do we have fingernails and toenails?
I mean, your
You know?
fingernails is to protect your nail beds and stuff that
No,
were hurt.
no, 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 no.
Yeah,
You only have you
soft
only have
happens.
nail beds because you have nails.
Okay, well, let me see. The skin under the nail is very tender.
No, our hands get calloused real easily. It's nothing. You know what I mean? That would be no problem.
I get my nails down short. That shit hurts.
That's because we have nail beds. We
No,
like yeah.
top.
That's like saying the bottom of your foot don't have that. You don't ask that question. You know what I mean? So it's just all kind of questions that we just can't answer. We know obviously
How about
these are
this?
best.
But we can answer that on both male and female.
That's why I say it's going to the
I
zeds.
know why I have my nipples. Why do
Yeah,
you have your
I just
nipples?
told you because we're going back to the Z. It's going back to the Z.
It ain't
That's
no
you know,
Z.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's that Z. That's the only thing it could be. There's nothing
No, it
else.
can't.
What else can it go after the Y?
It's
Huh?
XX. A woman don't even have a Y. We have two X's. So
I know you
what are you
said that. I
saying?
know. I say, what's the Y going to degenerate to? What could it possibly?
Because your Y chromosome is an incomplete X chromosome.
So you're saying, what is it going to degenerate to?
To nothing, I guess.
It's going to the Z. It's going
No,
to
it's
the
not.
Z. That's the only thing
We
it's
won't
doing.
be making males. We'll be XX again.
No, you won't be making nothing. We have to make you.
What you talking about? Because it's parthenogenesis. We made you. We were making. We were making us without you.
No, whoever was a Z before was making that.
No, it
Huh?
wasn't. They were no. They're going to be at XX. XX and then XY. Your Y chromosome is an incomplete X chromosome. If your Y is gone, then we won't be making male anymore.
No.
And then we go back to parthenogenesis because
No,
nature would.
no. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. That's like saying thousands of years ago, me and you probably would have had a conversation like this, and you would have said, "Once your X is gone, you're going to be gone." And I'm like, "Hey, watch this. I'm a Y." And you be like, well, once your Y is gone, you're going to be gone." And I'm like, "Watch this. I'm a Z." And you be like, "Once your Z is gone, you're going to be gone."
The sex chromosomes too. So the only just look it up.
Huh?
Just look it up.
What? No, I
Because
can't. I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone right now.
parthenogenesis was a thing. Even the Bible showed an example of it. Okay, because Jesus was really a girl. Because the bright morning stars,
I feel what you're
Venus,
saying. I feel what
they
you're saying as
named
far
all
as
ships
climate.
after men, and they had a slave ship called Jesus. And then the way that Mary conceived was a virgin birth, which would be parthenogenesis, which would have made her a girl, which is Jesus. So, I mean,
I can't help but wonder why did the Parthenogenesis create the XY? Like, why do you think that occurred? What was the
I don't think
reason?
Genesis did. I think something happened. And maybe we manifested it. Maybe during, I mean, I guess whatever happened, I don't know. I don't know. I just think something happened. We needed protection, and man came about.